That's it, lads. Time! Volley! Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Match Fishing Channel winter match. It's a very cold morning. We've had, it's been much colder here than what it has for most of the competitors. This is Lindholme Lakes and we are split over 2 lakes. We're competing. It's just a couple of weeks before Christmas and we've had quite a bit of ice appear actually on the fishery overnight as well. Most people were like me. Some of these people have travelled over 150 miles to be here, and it was a completely different forecast, and the weather and everything was much different when they set off. However, where we are here in Lincolnshire, it's been very cold overnight, so some of the lakes are actually iced over. We've got about 28 anglers, I think there are, here today, fishing over 2 lakes. Now, they are well spaced out. That was something that they wanted. I could have put them peg for peg and got more anglers on there because half of that lake is actually free from ice. But these are a hardy bunch and lots of them didn't mind breaking the ice and just taking the chance that they may get a peg without any ice, but they also may get a peg with ice. So we've got some anglers over on strip, and then over here on this lake, this is Laurels. All right, and this is where most of the anglers are, and there are, I mean, the anglers are really well spaced out on here. We've had 1 or 2 anglers not turn up, and a few have had to cancel at the last minute, which is fair enough. So it's meant that some of the pegs have got more room than others, but that's what it is. So this top corner here, this is around peg 20, I think that's peg 25 on Laurels. That is free from ice, but as we get further down the actual lake, there is more ice down there. So some of the pegs down there, they've got limited space to actually fish. So I'm going to be giving you a full rundown of the match. I'm going to be listing all the competitors. I'm going to be letting you know how they're getting on as well. Because of the conditions, I'm not really expecting it to be a fantastic start. I'm pretty much sure it's going to be a slow start. Lots of them are pole fishing because obviously a lot of them have got restricted space at the moment with the gaps in ice. But those that have got a little bit of water are going to be fishing a barm or a method feeder, I'm sure. Dad is here as well. Dad's fishing. This is the only match of the year that my dad fishes, so he's actually over there on the other bank. So we'll head on over to him in a little while. As you can see, there's lots of anglers cupping bait in, as you can see, and as I go around the lake I'm going to be introducing you to each angler and showing you how they're getting on and just showing you how the match is actually progressing. The complex is a little bit quiet today. We've got these 2 lakes. There are pleasure anglers on some of the other lakes as well, but this lake in particular, Laurels, has been fishing really well. But that was before the ice came. So under normal circumstances and normal conditions, just a few days ago, it fished really, really well. There were some great weights in the open matches. But this ice is really going to mix things up. So I'm not expecting it being a fantastic start, but I'm going to start working my way around the lake and showing you some of the action of some of the fish that are getting caught. And yeah, it's going to be a really interesting match, especially over these 2 very different lakes. Well, we're just coming up to the end of the first hour, and as expected, it's a very slow start. Here we are with Mark. No signs yet, Mark?
No, nothing yet.
Not yet?
No.
I know you've got your hood up now, mate. That breeze is coming, isn't it?
It is, it's not very warm now.
Nah, stick at it, mate. He seems to think that Keith Harrison up here is getting 1 or 2 small fish. Just working his way up to him now. That breeze has come now. It's a very cold breeze. Here we are with Fuzz. Any signs yet, Fuzz?
No, mate.
No, not a bite?
Nope.
All right, mate. So yeah, it's a very slow start. Dad's now here at the next peg. My dad's got the brolly up. He's the first one to put his brolly up. We know how he thinks. You look cosy beyond with that brolly now, Dad. Any bites yet? No?
No, nothing.
No. That wind, that brolly will make a difference. It is, it's freezing cold, that wind. Just working his way up now, up the side of Laurels. Here's Keith Harrison, no relation. Are you getting 1 or 2, Keith?
About 20 fish.
20 fish? Fantastic, mate, brilliant. What are they?
Just old roach.
Roach?
Yeah.
Fantastic, mate.
Yeah, probably about £3.
About £3? Right, it's brilliant, mate. It's my first look round the lake, to be fair. I haven't seen any other fish caught yet, so...
Next, 2 to my left.
Has he?
Yeah, I don't know how many, but not many.
Alright. Brilliant, mate. I'll let you keep going, mate. 20 fish already. That's a fantastic start. Roach. And this is when them silverfish can come in really important on days like this, you know. Obviously if them carp and F1s are going to feed, sometimes it's later on, but you can't always rely on them. Have you got a few, Chris? What you got, mate? No signs? No. That ice has cleared now though, hasn't it? It's looking a bit better there now.
Yeah, also.
Yeah.
Soon, I think.
It'll get better, mate. So now I can really feel that wind coming now. It's ice. It's really cold wind. Any good yet, Stuart?
No, not a bite, mate.
No bites yet. Keep going, mate. It's very slow, mate. Then the last angler up on this bank is Darren. He was here on our group day when we fished over there a few weeks ago. Darren Croft. Any good, Darren?
Not yet, no.
No signs yet?
No, I've had a few bubbles down here. They are showing signs.
Did you? A few bubbles coming up?
Maggie's down here at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll get some.
Yeah, okay. Well, that ice is clearing slowly, isn't it? Darren's obviously got the island to go to there as well. Can reach out with his long pole. He's got the open water there. He can't fish that yet anyway because of the ice, but it's still early days. First hour at this time of year in these matches, it's always going to be slow. Like I say, a lot of these anglers got nice and warm when they were breaking the ice and everything, and obviously now they've been sat there an hour without a bite. Some of them they're starting to add another jacket on, put their hoods up and that sort of thing. Just working my way over now. So there's Laurels, that's Willows there. I'm working his way now over to, this is Strip. All right, I haven't heard anything about Strip, how it's fishing yet. There are 6 anglers on this lake, so they are spaced out. They've got a bit of space. The ice at the moment, it was covering half of the lake, which was this half, so we pegged everybody on that bank, but really did that more for comfort than anything, because that really cold wind is coming over their backs, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. But as it turned out, and purely by chance, that happened to be the bank where there wasn't any ice, so that worked out quite well. First peg here, we've got Pete. You got the waggler on now, yeah?
I've got putting on waggler now.
Got the waggler.
I haven't even set me feeder rod up.
I don't think
it's worth it anyway.
No, I don't think you'll need it on here, Pete. So Pete's the first peg in that corner. Can really feel that wind now. This is Loco Lake. This is Loco Lake. That wind's coming in now. It's broke all this ice. This ice was actually going out to about 30 metres when we got here, so that wind's helping to break that ice up. So yeah, that might affect the fishing. Now the next angler we've got coming along here is Luke, Mr. Nailer. Luke did really well on this lake. Were you second on the lake? Second in the match last time, weren't you?
Yeah.
Luke was just on our other match that was on here a few months ago, which is actually on this channel. He was 2 or 3 pegs along there. He fished really well, and he already looks like he's fishing further out than I thought he would have been fishing. Any good, mate?
I've had one ghost day, about 5-6 pounds.
Oh, brilliant. Well, if you're only going to have one fish up to now, then it might as well be a proper one.
Yeah.
So it's 5 or 6 pounds, is it? Right. Is that only bite you've had?
I lost one small F1.
Right. And that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Really slow.
No on that short line.
Right.
As yet.
No. All right, mate. Well, I'm not going to hit edge or anything. It's fishing hard, mate. Over there, I mean, Keith's got 20 small fish over there, but only for £3.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, I think, are all blanking. So it's fishing really hard, mate. I think Luke will do well today, the way that he fishes with maggot. Got Paul here. Any good, Paul?
I've had a small carp and a couple of bits.
Oh, good. Getting 1 or 2 bites then?
Yeah.
Good. All right, mate. Is that wind getting to you yet?
Just feeling a bit...
Just starting. Yeah, it's going to be an endurance, I think, if that wind gets any stronger. And then we've just got 3 more anglers along here on the strip. Any good yet?
One roach.
One roach. Keep going, John. Is that only the bite you've had, John?
One more bite.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's 1 or 2 more bites over here on strip, but it's obviously still very slow. And we've got Adi here fishing the tip. Any good, mate?
Just one F1.
One F1?
Yeah.
What sort of size is it?
Just over £1, I reckon.
Oh, good. All right, mate. Is that the only sign you've had?
I lost one earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and it's got off.
Good. Have you been on your pole or anything yet?
Very shallow. Very shallow. Nothing there. 2 foot.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow.
2 foot.
Right. Well, still early days, mate, isn't it? Yeah, the water level seems, I don't know if it is lower than normal, but everybody who's been on strip today who plumbed up and they said, surprised that it's a little bit shallower than normal. So I don't know if the water level's down slightly. I'm not sure what it's normally like. Any good yet?
Nah, nothing.
No signs?
Liners. That's about it really.
You've had some liners?
Liners, yeah.
Right, okay. How far are you? Are you right across? Or you?
I don't know, about 5 metres.
All right. So you're getting signs of 1 or 2 fish there anyway?
Yeah, but it's just trying to bait him on the hook, really.
Yeah. Stick at it, mate.
Really.
Well, it's slow for everybody. Just keep going, yeah? Nice one, good luck. Yeah, so, I mean, we expect it to be in a slow start. There's a few more bites over here on the strip. But we know, every time of year, really, but more so this time of year, that last hour could be the very best hour. So nothing is going to be over until the last few minutes. We know that on these sorts of venues. So I'm going to head on over to the far side of Laurels now. Have a walk down there and see if they're catching over on that side. Well, we're over on the other bank now of Laurels. This is the corner peg. This is the corner that was free from ice. This is where it's where they've had more open water to play with. First angler here is Mark. He's on the pole, as you can see. Let's find out if he's caught. Any good yet, Mark? No. You all right, mate?
Nothing.
No signs yet?
No signs.
Okay, mate.
Indications, no.
No, nothing yet. All right, pal. Yes, yes. It's fishing very hard, mate, all the way around, so keep, yeah. No, there's only, opposite you, Keith's had 20 little roach for about £3. And that's it, no one else was caught, mate. So, yeah, just keep going, mate. Yeah, I know. Next one along here, we've got Chris. That ice has cleared up to that island now, but... Any good yet, Chris?
No, not yet, Jamie.
No signs yet, mate? You're gonna have, yeah, good lad. Well, it's struggling all the way around, mate. Everybody's struggling. Next angler along here is Nessie. Looks wrapped up nice and warm. Any good?
One little skimmer.
Oh, brilliant. Well, that's great, that.
About 6, 8.
You're about second on the lake with that, I think.
Right. Catching, isn't he?
Keith is, but he's the only one.
Oh, right.
So you've had one skimmer. Is that the only bite you've had?
Yeah.
All right, okay. John's had one fish.
Oh, was he?
He's had one fish, yeah, but it's fishing hard over there. There's only 2 people caught, or 3 people caught, I think. But they're the only bites they've had, so he's doing all right over there. So you've had, is that the only bite you've had?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Is that there where you're fishing now?
Yeah.
Nice little...
I still can't get over to the island.
No, because of the ice?
Yeah. I flicked a few maggots over just to see if
Yeah. It'll
they
clear.
stayed there.
Yeah, it'll clear. It'll give you a chance, won't it? Especially if that breeze continues.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you're doing well then with that. At least you've got one. Well done. So Nessie's got one, which is great. There's a bit of a gap here from there to this next island. Next angler along is Mr. Deacon, Mark Deacon. It looks like he's having a little bit of a reshuffle by the looks of it. Looks like he's adding sections on. Does that mean you can get to that island now?
Well, I'm going to feed because the ice is bad now.
The ice is melting.
I'm going to feed long.
Good. Have you caught yet?
Well, not a bite.
No bites. Well, it's all right. I think you're joint third on the lake then with that. You're doing all right. Yeah, stick at it, mate. So yeah, that ice is starting to clear now. He can add some sections on his pole now to go further across to that island, which looks really inviting. Any signs yet?
Might have had a tiny little indication.
Might have had a bite. Okay then. You might have. So that puts you probably joint third in on the. You're probably third overall then if you might have had a bite.
You haven't seen it over there.
Oh, Keith. Yeah. Yeah. In the matrix top.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the only one though.
Yeah.
Catching little roach. So yeah, everyone else is struggling. So he's the only one. But he's only admitted to £3. So that's one F1 or a proper bream. Right, then, it's getting down to the bottom end of Laurels now. A bit of open water there, which is nice to see. Any signs yet?
Not a sausage.
Not a sausage? All right, how about fish? Have you had any fish though?
Not a fish either.
You're so close to the cafe as well. I'm sure you could have get a sausage if you wanted or bacon.
The guy across there has just pulled a little one out, so...
Yeah, what with the yellow top? Yellow?
no, straight in front over there.
Oh, right, that's Fuzz. All right, that's Fuzzer's over there. So Fuzzer's just got a fish, which is good. I think we'll see it gradually getting better, so... Well, stick at it. It's hard for everybody. Still very early. And these aren't mega deep lakes, to be fair, anyway. You know, these shallow lakes do get affected. Here's Mr. Whitehouse. Any good, mate? Any good? No signs yet.
I'm not gone out too far. It's the ice is destroyed now.
Yeah.
So,
You'll be alright, mate. See that tiny.
it'll come later.
Yeah, that tiny little pot you've got. And there's only a couple of people caught on this lake. Three.
Yeah.
Three on this lake, unless they've caught to your left. But
No, they haven't.
no, Keith's got £3 he's admitting to. 20 little roach. Fuzz has just had a little fish, and then Nessie up here, she's had a skimmer, and that's it on this lake.
Yeah.
So you know the score, mate, don't you? So yeah, just these last two anglers to see for this first period, and then that gives a great idea of who's doing the best on Laurel's Lake. Then we already know that over on Strip, Luke is probably winning that with one carp, £5 to £6, one fish. So yeah, those bonus fish are going to be a mega bonus today. So we'll just find out if these two anglers here, we've got Matt Blackmore here and Tony Chandler, so we'll just find out if these have caught, and that'll give us a rundown on how this first hour's gone. Are you ready for a third net yet, Matt? Don't swear, please. Any good?
Rubbish.
Rubbish. Yeah, but for you that might mean 10 fish. What's rubbish?
Nothing.
Oh, no, all right, no bites.
No boys, no.
All right, okay, mate. There's only 3 people caught, mate, on this lake, so you're all right. He's up there. You're in a framing position already. And then the next angler is Tony. 3 people have caught on this lake. Keith Harrison, the other side of my dad.
Yeah.
He's got 20 roach for £3.
Yeah.
Fuzz has just this minute had a little fish, and then Nessie's got 1 skimmer, and that is it.
So 32 won it on Thursday, I think, and it was 34, 36.
Oh, was it? Right, okay. Have you had any bites?
Well, it went under once, but then I realised I dropped my back shot in.
You've had a drop shot, but a back shot bite. Lovely. Did you?
No,
when did you realise that? Was that after you struck?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the brain wasn't engaged. No, there's no signs at all.
At least you figured that out, Tony. Some people would be sat here for hours and still won't have figured that one out. So, in fact, someone would have had that bite every cast for 10 casts and then realised.
At least it's getting warmer.
Yes, it is, mate.
Yeah.
Good.
So dead, so boy.
No, not yet. No, he's got his brolly up though. He's nice and comfortable now from that wind. So there we go. We've got 3 catches on Laurel's up to now. So we've got Keith Harrison in front with 20 fish for £3. Whether that'll get stronger or not, we'll find out. I'm just looking up towards him now. He seems as though he's getting bites. Fuzz has got a small fish, and then we've got Nessie with a skimmer. So we know it's going to be this sort of a day today. It's going to go right to the last cast. 1 fish coming mega today. But we're definitely, you know, expecting to see it pick up going into the second hour. I'm back around at Mark now, and while I've been away, well, you had Mark a couple of roach.
Yeah, 2 roach, yes.
Fantastic. They're the only 2 bites you've had.
No, I missed one as well.
Oh, right.
Bad
okay.
angling.
Bad angling. Well, like you say, hopefully that's a sign it's going to start picking up now. So you've got 2 roach.
Yeah,
Fuzz at the
they're
next.
small, but hopefully they'll start getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but it's a start, isn't it? And once you start getting bites, it can have that chain reaction, you know.
Yeah.
It's just got its float really dotted. You'll not see it on this camera, but just really dotted down up to the edge of that ice. What length's that you got there? About 10 metres?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
About 10 metres, which is a nice distance. But yeah, he improvised his icebreaker today. He didn't expect the ice on it, just like most of us. But it got a length of, I don't know what it was. Was it cord?
No, so it was just roof bar straps.
All right, okay. And he found a piece of wood, lashed it around that and used the wood to break it, and that's brilliant. He's ended up with one of the clearest cut out pegs that there is. So he's got loads of water to have a go at, but it is receding now, so he's getting more and more water as the match progresses. So well done, mate, keep going. So yeah, we've heard Fuzz has got one on the next peg. Let's find out what it is. I think it's a roach, I think, or a small fish. Let's find out. He's got his hood up now. Have you got your hood up over that bobble hat, or? Yeah, yeah, I thought you might have. Is it a bit nippy, that wind? We've heard you got a fish, have you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. What is it?
Roach.
Roach. Brilliant. Okay, mate. Is that the only bite you've had?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, Fuzz is right up to the edge of the ice, as you can see. It's nice against that island, that dark background. See that lovely there? But the ice is slowly clearing right round you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. All right, mate.
Left now, and
Well, there's only 4 of you caught, mate, on this lake, so...
Joking.
No, keep going, mate, and £5 winning strip. That's 1 fish. Keep going, mate. Well, that's it. I mean, there's signs it's going to pick up, but we knew it were going to be like this, and we know it's going to get better. It's got to. So I'm going to head off back to Dad, have a cup of coffee, and find out what else has been caught. Dad's behind the brolly. I've just been behind that brolly, and it's about 3 degrees warmer. Unbelievable what a difference it can be, blocking that wind out. Mr. Harrison, are you still catching?
Yeah, just roach.
Just roach, he says. Says it right casually, doesn't he? Just roach. How many you got now? Are you still counting?
I've stopped.
That many?
Yeah.
What sort of size are they?
Probably anywhere up to 4 ounces.
Oh, right, not bad then. Well, you're easily winning this lake, mate, at the minute.
It's just had a bream or a small carp, I'm not quite sure what yet.
What, the next peg?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, we're expecting it getting better, aren't we? There's only 1 fish caught on that other bank, which was a skimmer. That's Nessie. And that's it. So yeah, you're doing by far.
They're definitely up in the water.
Are they?
Yeah.
It just shows you, doesn't it?
Nearly everything on the drop.
Right. Well, a lot of people say that with melting ice and stuff, that goes down to the bottom, and fish don't want to be down there when it's right down, you know, but who knows what the reason is. But keep going, mate, you're doing brilliant. So he's still getting plenty of bites, and that's interesting what he said about the fish being off the bottom. You know, a lot of people think that's a summer tactic, but we know that fish don't really live on the bottom. So even when there's ice on a lake like this, it's showing that there are fish at half depth. Have you caught, Chris?
Yeah, a couple of roach and a good skimmer.
Did you say a couple of roach?
Yeah.
Oh, good, and a skimmer, decent size?
Sort of ounce, I suppose.
Oh, all right, good. All right, mate. You're starting to get 1 or 2 bites now, are you?
1 or 2, yeah.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Saw that was nice. He's into 1 now. So he's had a couple of fish, but he's also had a decent skimmer as well. Looks really nice up to that island there, where that tree's overhanging, as you can see. It does look nice, and that ice is cleared now, so he can get out there. This looks like it's a decent fish. I don't think he'll be fishing super heavy today anyway, but let's see what this is. Probably another roach or a skimmer maybe. Didn't see it flash. The water's starting to go clearer now, which is what you expect at this time of year. It's just trying to get under the ice. That roach, hide, chub? Hide. I think it's a chub, isn't it, that one? Well done, mate, lovely. Just getting bites as a bonus today, but that's a decent stamp as well, that, mate. Chub? Yeah. Brilliant, well done, mate. I'll leave you to it. Well, that's a great sign. Looks like he's fishing with maggots. But yeah, just fishing a nice light rig like that. Fish like that, you're going to land them on light tackle. But even the F1s and stuff, when the water's cooling down and the fish are slowing down, you can still land them better fish on lighter gear. Any good yet, Stuart?
Yeah.
No signs yet. No signs yet. He's not got any cover on that peg there, open water. I mean, it looks nice there where Chris is, where that island is. But on a day like today, it's a case of just trying to get bites and then just take what you can, and if you've got to be looking for bigger fish, then so be it. Any good yet, Darren? No signs yet. So we're starting to see it picking up slightly. I'm just going to head off back over to Strip, see if anything's changed over there. Well, I'm back over on Strip now. This is looking out to Loco. As you can see, there's still a big sheet of ice here, but that wind's causing a bit of a chop, and that'll be breaking that up. Just looking back down here, Pete in the corner's still not had a bite yet, but coming back along you've got Luke Naylor. He's had 2 or 3 more little roach, so he's ticking over. Next one is Paul. He's admitted to £4 now, so I think he's doing well with £4. Next one along here is John Gale. John's had another fish, so he's doing okay on here. This is AD. Have you got a fish already, AD?
Yeah, mate. One F1.
One F1, but have you just lost one?
Yeah, I lost 2.
You've lost 2 good, decent fish?
Yeah, they had a good pull on them, a couple of turns on them as well, but it may have been that the hook might have been just too small.
So you just pulled out, they've not broke you?
No.
Right, he's on a tiny little feeder. Lovely dark ground bait mix. Let's see where he's casting that. Yeah, about halfway. No line bites or anything? No.
Because the line bite and then it's a bite.
Got you. Yeah. But the main thing is, look, he's got his cupcake ready. That's the main thing. We'll keep going, mate. Keep going, it's fishing very, very hard, mate. Yeah, lost fish could be very costly on a day like today. So coming up to that second hour, still got Luke Naylor winning on strip. Like I say, he's got that £5 carp, but he's got some small fish to go with it. So he must have got at least £6. Might be a little bit more if his carp's heavier than 5s, because he did say it was £5 to £6, but there's 1 or 2 of them getting 1 or 2 bites. He's winning on strip, and it looks like that Keith is still winning over on Laurels, unless something's changed. I don't really know what Keith will do today. I don't know if he'll just keep his head down on those small fish, or whether he will go chasing a better stamper fish. I don't really know, but knowing Keith, he will be looking around the lake, seeing what's happening. If nothing's happening, I know Chris on his left's caught a couple of fish now, and they look like they're a better stamp, so maybe Keith might think he needs a better stamp fish. He might carry on doing what he's doing, but it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But I strongly expect that some of these anglers that haven't had a bite yet, that it's the fish will be starting to wake up now. Well, we're 2 hours in, and there's the odd fish getting caught now. I'm down at the bottom end of Laurels. I'm just back next to my van here, and we've just had something else donated. One of the things that really surprises me is the generosity of some people. The members of this channel are just, it's unbelievable how they've all become friends, and it's on this match, there's 1 or 2 people that keep donating things, and it's just absolutely, it blows me away every time to give away at the end of the match to anglers that have been here today. One of them that have just been donated is, it's one of our Matrix rods. It's a fantastic rod. It's a commercial 11-foot feeder. I mean, it's a rod that I use all the time, but this has literally been used, I think it's been used once or twice. It's been donated by Matt Blakemore, one of our long-term members. Thank you, Matt. Really, I mean, that's a 200-odd-pound rod. He's only used it twice. He's decided it's not for him, or he's got another rod to do the same job, so he's kindly giving it away, which is just fantastic. It's a 200-odd-pound rod, so we're going to be giving that away. We've also got, these are the cupcakes which have been donated from Tony Chandler and his daughter, from well, his daughter Nikki French, Sweet Temptations cakes. They are absolutely beautiful. They're a wonderful hit on this match. So there's quite a few gone, but there's still a few left for afterwards, so that's brilliant. That's great. What they've also done as well, Nikki at Sweet Temptations has donated a coaching day with myself, so they've actually donated and paid for a group for a one-to-one coaching day, so we're going to be giving that away as well. Another thing that we've been donated is from a float company. I just want to show you these, because I've not seen these before in the van here. These have been brought along today by Mark Lee, who's fishing up there on Laurels, that you'll be seeing a little bit later on. And these floats have been donated by Jazz Homemade Floats. Now, I've not really seen these. I have seen the advertisements for these and things, but I've never seen them close up. Jazz Handmade Floats. It's there is a Facebook page, Jazz Floats, and as you can see, they're lovely handmade floats. And we have got a few of those to give away. The different patterns here. There we go. So we're going to be giving these away. So these have been kindly donated from Jazz Handmade Floats. So thank you very much for those. It just blows me away with some of the generosity of some of the people here. You know, it's fantastic and great to see them treating it like a club. I never thought that this channel, by being a member to it, it would have turned into a club like it is, and that's wonderful to see. So after the match today, no matter what the result, there are plenty of people coming back to the Phoenix restaurant here on site, where we can have a nice hot cup of coffee, and we'll do the results, and then we're going to be giving these away as well. And I've got some rods there that I no longer use, which I'll be giving away as well. So it's just a nice way of just giving something back, you know, because there are lots of people out there that can't afford tackle like this, and it's great when anglers that, you know, are not using them, instead of them just gathering dust somewhere in a tackle room, it's great to see them passing them on to friends like this. So thank you to everybody who's donated today. Well, I've just worked my way along the bank now. It's over 2 hours in now, and there's definitely a bit of a breeze hitting it now, as you can see, which is breaking up some of the ice. However, the downside to when that happens is that it can move the ice as well, and that's exactly what's happened. Down here, Fuzz, in the Sonobaits hat, that you can just see, the orange hat down there, he has literally just had 5 skimmers for £5 out of nowhere. So it just shows you that at any stage fish can turn up and completely transform things. And £5 might get him second on the lake now. So he's gone from nothing to second. We're at Keith now, Keith Harrison, and I thought he'd slowed down catching, but what's basically happened is we got Keith winning the lake. He was winning the lake initially, and what basically happened was it moved a lot of the ice in front of him, so he couldn't fish the ice. The sheet of ice moved over his swim. So Keith being Keith, he didn't want to just leave it there. He's actually thought ahead, and the water out there had actually opened up. So what he's done is actually fed his feeder line. So he's actually fed that line, but now he's done that, he's lost about 35-40 minutes through all that changing and stuff. But the ice has cleared now on his pole line, so he's gone back on his pole line, and there are still some small roach there. So he hasn't caught any decent fish. He's only catching little roach, but they're quite a nice dumpy sized roach, to be fair. So we think now he's probably got £6, which is going to be winning this lake. So he's still out in front. He's getting quite a few bites as well, aren't you, Keith?
Yeah.
Has everyone been a roach?
Yeah.
How about
that last one? That was a rudd.
Oh, you've had a rudd. And he's still getting bites up in the water or on the drop?
Yeah, it's mainly on the drop.
Is it? So yeah, I mean, he's by far had way more bites and way more fish than everybody else. And obviously the way he's fishing there, you know, a bonus fish could come along at any stage. I don't know what his plan is. What's your plan for your feeder line, Keith? Are you just going to continue doing what you're doing there?
Yeah, I'm just going to see if there's any of the bigger fish further out.
What, on the feeder?
Yeah.
So even if you're still getting bites on that, you're still going to have a look on your feeder line?
Yeah, I think one or two bonus fish you're laughing today.
Yeah. Alright, mate. He's getting some indications out there, as you can see. But that's interesting, you know, the fact that... Hey, oh, my dad's just hooked one. Look, my dad's rod's going. It's his first... Oh, it's come off. Yeah, we did. Got that on film. Oh, that's his first bite. And it's nearly pulled the rod in. How about that? That's what can happen on days like today. Keith just said, yeah, Keith's blaming my camera. Keith's got a history with his camera of it bringing him bad luck. And I forgot all about that, so sorry Keith. The rut tonight's not doing him bad though. So yeah, days like today, one good fish is going to be mega. I mean, the top weight over on strip is £6, which is Luke, but £5 of that is one fish. And that's what's going to happen on these sorts of venues. That one my dad's just hooked, it could have overtaken everybody, you know, but that's what happens. So yeah, so Keith, while he's getting bites on this line, he's still willing to have a look on his feeder line. So with the sheet of ice permitting, there's a sheet of ice there now, and as you can see, he's having to drop his rig in different places now, just so he can get in and fish. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on that. So we'll let him focus on that for a bit, and we'll find out what's happening around the lake. But unless anything's changed, we've got Keith winning this lake just by £1 if Fuzz has got £5. But as you've just seen from what Dad's just hooked, that could change at any moment. Have you got any more, Chris? Small roach. What have you got now, mate? About £3 or £4?
Two or three, yeah.
£2 or £3?
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Ticking over. That's nice now. You just see his float there against the island. Well, it's about a metre away from the island. Looks really nice, that, dotted down beautifully. So yeah, well, keep going, Chris. It's still hard, mate. So there's definitely plenty more twists and turns to come yet. Just a little bit further up Laurels now. Chris is next to Keith now. Chris has got £2 to £3. He's the one who caught that skimmer earlier and a chub whilst I was there. Don't know if he's got one on now or not. Shipping in as though he's got a small fish. So he's got £2 or £3. Stuart here has just had his first bite on a maggot feeder, but he's lost it. So lost fish are going to be mega today. We're up in this top corner now. This is Darren Croft. He can reach the island now with a pole, with his new pole, brand new pole. Have you had any fish yet on your new pole?
Had 2 bites.
2 bites? And how many fish?
No fish.
Oh, mate. Did you just miss the bites? You haven't lost any, have you?
The ice has just cleared, so hopefully...
Has that only just cleared, has it, over there? Right. So all that ice has just cleared now, so he can present his pole rig. He's got his pole rig there. It's probably difficult to tell on this camera, but half a metre from that other bank, just down that slope. So, and that looks really inviting there. He's got it dotted down beautifully.
Bubbles over there as well.
You've got bubbles coming up as well, yeah? So plenty of time yet, mate. We think about £6 winning the lake, mate, so there's nothing in it. Still early days. Just going to head over onto Strip now and find out what's happening over there. Here's Lukey boy ticking over nicely by the looks of it. What's that one, mate? Roach?
Looks like an hybrid.
Hybrid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bit of both, yeah.
Yeah, got a few of them, that sort of stamps.
Have you? Have you been caught a few while I've been gone, have you?
Yeah, I've had
20, 30 silvers now.
20 or 30 to go with that £5 pounder?
Yeah, I reckon so, yeah, 20.
Brilliant.
Like that.
Doing really, really well. Mind you, he's even had time for look.
I've even had my dinner.
Look, that's multitasking that, isn't it? He's had his dinner as well. That's not bad going.
How's it fishing on the other here, mate?
It's fishing hard, mate. It's fishing hard. I don't know what's happening to your right, but £6 we think's winning Laurels at the moment.
Right.
That's Keith.
What, just on silvers? Or?
Yeah, but Fuzz has just had 5 skimmers in 5 chucks for £5. They've just turned up, but then a big sheet of ice went over his line, so he can't fish it now. So he's had to break an hole in the ice to put another ball of ground bait in. But I think that might help it, because he's obviously going to get a bit of a rest now, isn't it? So, so if that ice moves, who knows what'll happen there. So, no bites on your short line?
Not yet, no.
No. Are you feeding that by hand?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
keep chucking.
Few maggots.
Few maggots.
Lovely.
See if we can get that going for later.
Brilliant, mate. Keep going, mate. Well, as I walked away, Luke's just had another small fish, so he's ticking over really, really nicely now. We're on Loco, ice watch. It's all gone now. That wind has cleared all of that ice. We're over here now with Paul at the next peak. Any more, Paul?
Just a few bits. They've died a bit at the moment.
Died, have you got? Oh,
Yeah.
you've got a few though, have you?
I've got a few, but
Good.
yeah,
Sort of weight might you have? Do you know? £3?
I reckon I've got £4.
£4?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Good. What's your nickname? Monkey?
Monkey, yeah.
I thought it was. I went round there to Chris and Chris says, has Monkey caught out? I went, oh. But then I realised Fuzz were calling you as
Yeah,
well
that's
last
it.
time. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Penny definitely didn't drop.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that wind's getting colder.
Did Chris have anything?
No, he's not had a bite. Oh no, sorry, no, he had a line bite. And as he looked up, he thought, oh, there's one there. As he looked up, a grebe came up. So it were a grebe. Got on here. This is John. Just hooked one. I'll come round this side. Oh, has it come off? Curse of the camera.
Sorry about that.
No, you're all right. Don't apologise to me. Have you had many more?
Yeah, I'm a couple behind him next door now.
Oh, right.
I've had a couple of F1s,
Have you?
a couple of nice skimmers, a few roach.
Who are you behind?
Wide.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he's admitted to £4.
He had a carp at the beginning now.
All right. Okay.
Good one.
All right.
it's
So what sort of weight have you got? Are they not big F1s? What you've got?
You know, just
Well, then pound fish.
a pound.
Oh, good. And if you're getting 1 or 2 bites now, are you?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Good.
But I've just laid on an inch. I think that's because what's happening is it's taking it out from the end of the pole.
Oh, it's pushing it out with the wind.
Push it out.
Got you.
So you sort of hold back, and of course you're not really getting it. So I'm laying it on by an inch. And
Got you.
And I've just popped a pinky on the end as well, which seems to
Yes.
tickle him a bit.
Oh, good. Well, sometimes that back shot will help, or having a bit of pole under your arm, won't it?
Well,
But
I'm doing that. I'm
Yeah.
sort of putting it out and pulling
you
it
still
back
want to
in.
control it, don't you?
But the
Oh,
wind's
good.
sort of doing this, so it's just a little bit awkward. But
You're doing all right. If you get 1 or 2 bites, if you've nearly got that. Well, Luke's winning this lake by the sounds of it. Luke must have got. He might have 7, maybe £8 now.
yeah, I'm not there.
But he has got a carp £5,
Yeah, oh well.
which helps. Which helps.
Go and sit in the captain.
Oh, good. They're starting to get a few bites on here now. Aidy's rubbing his hands here. I hope he's not lost any more fish.
Just warming them up.
We're just warming him up. Have you had any more fish?
1 skimmer.
Okay, a good skimmer.
I'd reckon maybe just about a pound.
All right,
Probably
okay.
on that, yeah.
No indications, no bites.
No, I've just had a quick go on the pole. It's far too shallow. It's only 2 foot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
I've got nothing. They've got a little bit more down there.
Yeah. Well, I notice your cupcake's gone. Has it evaporated?
Yeah. I think a bird.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
A bit of cream round your mouth here, I can see. No, well, I mean, Luke's winning the lake, but he might only have probably £7, 8
7,
maximum,
right,
so it's not mega, mate, is it?
Okay.
So yeah, stick at it, mate. Stick at it. Just keep going. Some people have had quite a few bites, but obviously when you're only looking at the target, probably £8 tops, it's not mega on these sorts of venues. Have you had any bites yet?
Yeah, I've got a little skimmer.
You've got a skimmer?
£2, I suppose.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's borderline bream then, a 2-pounder. Is that the only proper bite you've had?
Well, a couple of little nicks and knacks, but that's about it, really.
Right, okay.
But,
good. Well, you're off the mark then.
Yeah, I ain't blanked, so that's a good.
Well, no, if you're not going to get many bites,
Nah.
but if you make sure they're 2-pounders, then you don't need many bites, do you?
No, that's it, isn't it?
Good, brilliant, well done, mate. Keep going. Let's head on back over to Laurels and find out if anything's changed over there. Well, I've just got back down to Fuzz and he's just rested his line, which I think was a master move. And look what he's got. That's the stamp, look at that. Beautiful condition as well. Is that back on your line, what you've...
No,
Is that on your longer line?
no.
All right.
That's on the other 10-metre line.
Your other 10-metre line. So you've got 3 lines out there?
Yeah.
Well, we're just coming up to the start of the final hour. I can't believe how quick it's gone. That wind's gradually getting stronger, but I'm at the top end now. This is Strip Lake. It's a little bit more open here. As you can see, this lake has actually got loco behind it. No trees, no cover. So that's why it's getting hit a little bit more by the wind. It looks like Luke's catching. So Luke's doing the best on here unless something's changed over the last 20 minutes. So I'm just going to have a check-in with these now going into this final hour. Over on Laurels, which is over there, Fuzz is easily winning that lake at the moment. He's got at least 12 pounds by the looks of it. He just had a nice 2-pounder as well, 2-pound skimmer. And I honestly think he'll catch more. I think this last, going into this last hour, it's going to be better for him. He's got 3 different swims. He's fed them slightly differently, so I think he's going to catch more there. So he's actually the match winner. He's winning Laurels Lake, but he's winning the match altogether. But I find it hard to believe that 1 or 2 better fish aren't going to get hooked, certainly in this last hour when that light starts to fade. But I guess we'll find out. Hopefully everyone's going to catch. There's a few people still that haven't had a bite yet, but there are certain areas, certainly areas of Laurels that it's fishing a little bit harder. But you know, that's winter fishing. So we're over here now on Strip. Okay, so you see everyone lined up there. Luke is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anglers down. There are only 6 anglers on this lake, so I'm just going to find out how these lads are getting on. But I strongly suspect that if Luke's carried on putting small fish in the net, that he'll be ticking over nicely. Steven's got 2 skimmers now, but he's gone on the method now, so he's hoping if he does get one now, it's going to be a proper fish. This is AD. What you've got now, AD?
I've got 2 skimmers up to now and 1 F1.
2 skimmers, 1 F1.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Any indications of just the bites out of the blue?
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully you're sorry.
Tough. Very tough.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully we're going into the best period now. Keep going, mate. That wind's really cold. You can see it hitting loco behind me. Next angler along here is John. See how John was ticking over last time we were here. Has he got any better, John?
Change tack a bit.
Yeah.
Seems to be just getting a few roach, so I'm spreading my shot up in the water a bit.
Yeah.
And just loose feeding a few maggots over the top.
Well, the wind's not hitting it at this top end of Laurels. This is that top corner that was clear of ice. Mark is the first angler there, who was really struggling and not had a bite the last time I saw him. But yeah, they're out of the wind here, but they're not catching. So it's a little bit more comfortable to sit in. He's out on the long pole now, as you can see. He's got all this corner here to play with, but he's still, last time I was here, I hadn't had a bite. Come on then, Mark, here's a progress report.
I've just had a couple.
Oh yeah, what you got? What are they?
Skimmer and a hybrid.
Oh, good, I'm glad you've caught.
It was when that ripple came on.
Really, right,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Just 1 bite and then I had 2 in 2 puttings. Now it's gone calm again.
Can't get a bite?
Can't get a bite again.
Just shows you, doesn't it? And it's a freezing cold wind as well, but sometimes that little bit of chop is all...
A bit of ripples, I think, got them going a little bit.
What sort of size are they?
The skimmer's about like that.
Oh good, good
And
stamp
the
then.
hybrid's a bit smaller.
Are they the only 2 bites you've had?
And well, one just before the skimmer. I
Yeah.
had a really quick one, so I've had 3 bites all day. I'd done the feeder all around there.
Yeah.
To then rush it.
You've not had any liners, nothing?
Nothing. Wasn't at all.
Alright. Well, you're chasing 12 pounds winning the whole match.
Yeah.
So it's not mega, mate, so keep going, mate. Last hour, come with the best bit.
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad you've caught. Well, that's good, because I know he's really worked hard to try and catch today, so I'm glad he's caught. Obviously there's still an hour left yet. Now we're over here now at Chris. Chris is trying to get a coffee bite.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows the score.
Happy hour now.
Happy hour, that's it. It could be best time of the day.
Oh.
Have you had any more?
No, buddy. No.
Just that one?
Yeah, just that one.
No bites? No bites or anything?
No line.
Yeah, it's really, really slow.
Cold, mate. Look, that ice water sank and
Yes.
until we get acclimatised to it.
That's it, it's just hit him, hasn't it? It's come really quick, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like you say, it's the happy hour, mate.
Happy hour.
You're chasing £12, that's all.
Sorry?
£12 is all you need.
All right.
2 fish. Well, 1 fish that for you, isn't it?
Usually.
On that method. Ness is here looking very, very focused. Fishing as though it's a world championship.
It is.
Have you had any more?
I have.
Have you? That's why she's concentrating so much, because she's
Only a couple of small ones. I think I've had about 6, but a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them are small.
right.
2 or 3 are proper.
Right. Skimmers.
Yeah.
Good. Is that on that line on your second? That's your second line,
no,
isn't it?
A mix, yeah.
Yeah.
Had 2 decent ones off this line.
Right. Good. All right. Well, last hour.
So let's see.
Keep going. Keep going. You'll not need money. Well, that's good. I mean, Nessie was the first one to catch on these pegs anyway. She caught that skimmer, but she's obviously stuck at it. I know she puts a lot of time and effort into her fishing, a lot of focus. And she fishes a wide variety of venues as well, lots of natural venues as well. She's used to struggling and scratching for bites, I know that, because of the venues she fishes. We're down now at Mark. He hasn't put his hood up on me, so he might want to talk, I don't know. Oh, there we go. There we go. You've had what, mate? Lost it. You've had what? So you've just had a fish on that, have you? What? A 4 pound F1? Well, there we go. And that's broke you? Right, okay then. Well listen mate, I'll just let you know, because I know you've just lost that fish. 12 pounds winning the lake. Alright mate, keep going. I don't want to put him off, he's obviously focused. He'll be gutted about losing that fish. But it's actually broke him. That would have been 2 in 2 casts, so that could be a sign that he's found 1 or 2 fish. Good fish by the looks of it. I mean, if that was a 4 pound F1, you don't need many of them to get 12 pound, are you? Has it got any better yet, now that ice has gone?
Well, I've had more indications on this, on the tip than I have.
Have you?
On grain.
What, are you on a bomb or a feeder?
I'm just on a little pellet feeder.
Little pellet for right, okay, and where have you cast that? To the middle? Or are you towards the island?
Just towards the island, about well, maybe 2/3 away.
2/3 of the way, right out in that open water, right?
Yeah.
So you get some indications, that's good. Good. Do you think some of them are liners?
I don't know.
Or do you think the fish around the feed, around the pellets?
I don't know. Just a couple of indications of one that sort of carried on. I
Right.
looked at it and there was no there, so it could have been a liner, I don't know.
Well, yeah, little knocks. Well, hopefully that's a sign you found 1 or 2 fish. We'll leave you to it. Last hour. Getting a little bit muddy now, some of these pegs, because the obviously all that frost has thawed out, which can make it a little bit muddy, but that's to be expected. That's why unfortunately we can't drive on here. Normally you can drop your gear off on some of these pegs, but because the land's wet, that's why we can't do that. Has it improved at all? No. No. There we go. Sums it up in one word.
Halfway out.
Yeah.
Just an open feeder, and it's tried all sorts, but it's just not having
No
it.
indications.
We'll see.
I'll stick at it. This could be the. This could be, yeah, this could be the best hour, yeah. Yeah, it's some angles obviously still struggling, but it's such a low weight, you know, that can be got easy. I'll be amazed if Paul's not caught yet. Let's find out. This is Paul Whitehouse.
You'll have to be amazed.
Oh, you're joking? No bites? Wow.
No,
Not even a bite.
not even not thinking.
That says a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
All
I mean,
right.
it ain't too long since the ice has sort of pushed right across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to open up the peg further.
Yeah.
No, not even a sign.
Well, I know you're going to get one. I know what you're like. I know how good you are. I'll give you an hour or so. Yeah, there is, yeah. So, that's the situation. A couple of fish being hooked and lost now. 12 pound, it's not a lot, is it? So it looks like, I'm just looking across there, Tony Chandler is just netting a fish. Tony's the one that I spoke to earlier who just switched to some sloppy ground bait, and that got him a little run of fish. And I've heard that he's had 1 or 2 skimmers as well within the last hour. He's just netting one now, so Tony could be making a really big comeback now. He's got the wind blowing straight into him. Whilst it's freezing cold, it might mean that there's a few fish there. Well, we're round at Tony now, and that wind is freezing, but he's sticking at it. Let's have a find out what he's got. Heard you catching a few fish, Tony?
Yeah, I had like I think a 3 roach, about 10 little skimmers and one about 12 ounces.
Oh right, brilliant.
So definitely putting that little bit of slop.
Good.
Only little nuggets of it in, but they definitely prefer that.
What sort of weight do you think you've got? Have you got £6?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think I'm near that.
A bit less.
But at least I'm getting a few bites.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
main thing, right?
Yeah, well, you've done something to trigger bites, haven't you? And you've had a run of fish, so.
Yeah, it's, you know, you can get 3 or 4 bites of fish, and then you wait maybe 5-10 minutes, and then you get another 2 or 3.
No, it's good.
Just trying to sort the bigger ones out, but yeah, I was pleased to get that one about 12 ounces. It's nice.
Good. Hopefully it'll get stronger for you, Tony. I'll check in with you in a bit, mate. I love it when things like that happen. When you just make a little change like what Tony's done, and it triggers you a run of fish. That's why we carry so many different rigs and stuff and different up baits, and that's why we change the consistency of ground bait and stuff, you know. That's exactly what Tony's done today. Slopped it up, and that's got him a run of fish. And I love to see that, because you're getting a direct response for your efforts. Well, Keith is still swinging those dumpy little roach in, but he hasn't got any bonus fish to go with him, so he's a little bit behind Fuzzer's weight at the moment. We're now with Chris. I saw you putting a decent fish in your net, mister. What was it?
Several.
Several?
Several.
Well, what have you had?
I've had a carp about £4.
Have you?
I've had a perch about £2.
A £2 perch?
I've never seen one so big.
Right, so that's £6 in 2 fish.
And I've had a bream a couple of pounds as well.
So that's £8 in 3 fish?
I'd say so, yeah.
And then you'd already got what, another £3 or £4?
Yeah, I've say I've got about £10 now.
£10?
Yeah.
Brilliant, mate. Well, you're right in it. We think Fuzzer's winning it at the moment, down to your right, with £13-ish.
Is he?
So might be 14 tops. So you're right in there, mate.
Fun, mate. It's good fun.
Yeah, it is. It's good to be right in it. Just under an hour to go. Pardon?
Now the ice has gone.
I know. At least it's late in your fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. I'm glad that's happened. That's good. All right. Well, I'll let you concentrate. Good luck. Keep going. Well, it just shows you, doesn't it? Chris was slow to get going, but I mean, if you're going to get £8 in 3 fish, and they're not, one of them's a carp, one of them's a perch, and a bream. So that's what happens this time of year, especially when you're fishing with maggots. You can hook anything. Has it got any better, Stu?
3 F1s, 2 skimmers and a roach.
3 F1s, 2 skimmers and a roach. Well, how about that's a bit of a transformation now, isn't it?
Yeah.
What sort of weight have you got then? Have you got 6, 8 £8?
6, 7 pounds.
6 or 7? Brilliant. Well, there's quite a few people now, not a few, but there must be 5 of you now that aren't far away now, so you're all there. So 1 or 2 fish are going to make a big difference, especially if they're a decent stamp. So, oh, brilliant. Keep going, mate. I'll let you concentrate. This is what we want. We knew it was going to be like this. I thought the weights would have been better, to be fair. You know, I expected high 20s, but the way it is at the moment, it might not reach £20, but that means it's still very, very close, very tight. Any good, Darren? Has it got any better?
I've had two F1s and
Yeah.
4 roach.
So you've had 2 F1s as well, have you?
One of them's only a baby F1,
Yeah.
about just under £1,
Yep.
and the other one's about £2.
Brilliant. Okay, mate, that's good. Yeah, keep going, mate. Top weight's about £13, 14 absolute tops. Not a lot, mate, is it? Good, keep going, mate. Little small fish for Mark. Well, there's a few anglers in contention now. I'm at the bottom end of Laurels now. Just let you know where we are. There's the house. Okay, so this is the last peg of Laurels, and a few things have changed now. You know, there's about 4 or 5 anglers now in contention for the whole match, never mind this lake. Mark's just had, he's got 40 small fish, but he's just had an F1 and a skimmer, so that's bumped him up to, I don't know what, he might have 7, 8 pound maybe. Fuzzer's still in front. We think Fuzzer's probably got 13 to 14 pound. He's winning the whole match at the moment. Next one along is Dad. Dad's caught a fish. He obviously lost that big fish earlier, but he's just caught a roach, so he's avoided the blank. So there are still some people that haven't had a bite yet, so he's not in that club, so that's good. Next one along is Keith Harrison, who was leading early on. He's fallen back a little bit, just purely because he can't get a bonus fish. He tried his feeder line and it just didn't really work. I think he's had a couple of skimmers on it, missed some little indications, gone back on his pole lines, continued putting a little roach in the net, but he's just not getting the weight that he needs at the moment. The other side of him is Chris. Now, Chris has had £8 in 3 casts, so that's got him right back into it. He's probably looking at 10 pound ish, so he only needs one F1, you know, and he's right there pushing Fuzz's weight. And the other side of him is Stuart Neville, and Stuart was had probably the slowest start on this bank, or these pegs here, and he's had 4 F1s now, 4 F1s and 2 or 3 small fish, just by being nice and patient, kinder potting or toss potting a few little maggots in and pinkies and stuff, and just fishing around the peg, fishing for bites, and that's really got him right back in it. So he could literally only be 1 F1 or a decent carp away from it as well. On the other lake, Luke is still winning that. Luke Naylor, he's probably got about 11 pounds, so it's really, really tight. I thought it was going to be like this, but I expected the weight's been a little bit better. But this is the first time the lake's frozen in, well, possibly this winter, I don't know, but it's really come quite sudden, and that's what can knock the fishing off. So we're just going into the final 30 minutes, and I'm sure we're going to see 1 or 2 better fish caught, and that could change lots of things. Well, there's literally only about 5 minutes left. There hasn't been much action in these last few minutes, which surprises me, to be fair. There is still 5 minutes or so anything can happen. Mark here on this MPEG, he just had a £1.5 F1. He's a little bit off the pace to challenge Fuzz at the next peg. However, Fuzz's peg has slowed down. It's really gone quiet. He's had a couple of small fish since then, so Fuzz, we're thinking he's got a maximum of 14 pound, we think. As we often see, it's 5 minutes from the end and the rain is here now, so that's going to make everything much colder for everybody. But I suppose it could have come earlier and made it much, much worse. Next one along is Dad. He's actually caught a roach, so he's avoided the blank. And then going up there hasn't really been much change, to be fair, in that last period. Very surprising. I don't think there's been any more action over on this right hand bank as we look at it on Laurels, and Strip seems to be the same from what we know. It looks like Luke's going to be in front on that lake if he's carried on putting those roach in the net, even though it's slowed down. So at the minute, just going into these last couple of minutes, it's looking like Fuzz has done enough to win, but there might be the odd surprise as we go around and weigh in. I'm going to weigh in from here, from Tony, which is the first peg here, and weigh round that side, weigh everybody in, and then we're going to get back to the restaurant. But it's even now, with a couple of minutes left, it's still very, very tight. You know, 1 carp now, well, I mean, if 14 pounds were in the match, there are 14 pound fish in here, so you know, it could, anything could happen in this last period, and I'm sure there will be 1 or 2 surprises, certainly at that top end, that we don't know about. So it looks like Fuzz is going to be the winner, and the way that he's fished it very steadily. He's fished 3 lines, fish for bites, but he has covered his options. That's it, lads, time! That's it, let's get weighed in. It's been hard going around this side of Laurels, but we've just got to Nessie, and surprisingly she'd got some F1s to go with the skimmers. £13.14. Come on, give us a big smile, Nessie, you've worked hard for them. She was fishing as though it was a world championship, and look at that, what a beautiful mixed net. That could easily challenge Fuzz for the win. Late surprise. There's obviously been some surprises over here on this far right hand bank later on. Chris is here.
Yep, thank you very much.
£13, some skimmers in there and some chunky F1s. Brilliant, well done, mate.
Excellent, thank you.
Well, the rain's still here now. We're here at Luke now, and he's just pipped Nessie, 13.15, so that's leading it now. We had Luke down winning it. We haven't weighed the right hand banking yet, but you can see that bonus carp what he got early on, but you can see how busy he's been with the silverfish as well. Beautiful net of fish, well done, mate. Well, back here with John, he's had loads of small fish as we know, but how about these bonus fish later on? He has lost one that size as well, and that's pushed him in front. £16. Brilliant, well done, John.
Cheers, Jamie, thank you very much.
We're now on the other bank over on Laurels, and Stuart, who was the late starter, he's got himself right back in it. Look at those beauties, what he's found. That's put him on £17, he's now gone in front. Well, this is Chris who's got the mixed bag. He's got a chub in there, he's got roach. How about that for a perch? Now that's a proper perch. And some other fish. That's got him £14. This is Fuzz. He's had a fantastic day. Obviously you could tell who the skimmer anglers are. Bream specialist. He's had £15. Absolutely beautiful net. And the last one to weigh in is Mark. It's very dark, we do apologise. Mark in the dark. Lovely net of fish. Over 40 odd, 50 small fish, tiny little roach, but then he did get his couple of bonus fish, which is brilliant. Well done, Mark.
Thank you.
just gone in, so it's been £210 to pay out. Alright, so that's why I've split it the way I have. Okay, so your first section winner. He sat with the wind in his face all day. He says he's fished like a clown half the match, the other half is fished a bit better. And he is someone who's donated one of the prizes. And so the first section has been won with £5.14, a run of skimmers, and that is Tony Chandler. So this is one with a weight of £13.14, which I thought was been content to win, and that is Nesse. And the winner of that section with a weight of £15.14 is Fuzz. He's got his money, and the winner of that section with £13.15 is Luke Naylor. And I think it's fair to say that both of these anglers now, first and second in the match, have really just come from nowhere. They've had 1 or 2 late fish, or more in some cases, probably 3 or 4 he's had. So it could be a lot more than this. But second overall is with a weight of £16.14, John Gale. He hasn't fished a match for 20 years.
I'll be fishing another one.
There we go. They've said, can you make it another 20 years before next match, John? So first overall today, he's had one of the slowest starts today, unbelievable. First 2 hours he'd hardly caught a fish. Then he's lost a fish. I think he lost a fish. But then he's had a little run of F1s, changed 1 or 2 things, just fished nice and tidy all day, just been patient. And it's paid off in the end. So your overall winner today was £17.10, which has come from Laurel's Lake, is Stuart Neville, sorry? What peg number was that, Stuart? 42. 32.